Welcome to part 3, everybody. So we're talking about the Ransom Enigma. Let me get you caught up. We're talking about the Ransom Enigma. It comes out August 20th, 99 cents. Make sure you go and grab your copy. There's this huge Debbie Downer that there's, this foul, I'm just going to say gift that's given at this housewarming party. So if you don't know what we're talking about, go check out part 1 and part 2. In part 3, though, I really want to dive into, at the end of part 2, you talked about cameras that are in here, right? And so I really want to dive into those. What made you guys want to incorporate those into the story? How did that kind of play out? Give me your thoughts and, your juicy content on it. I'm dying to know.
So Charles really wanted to have cameras because, JJ's very security conscious. And so he and Joe have a very delightful exchange with regards to the cameras.
Yeah, he says, okay, we need to, I want to see who's showing up before they come to the door. Because if it's somebody I don't want to talk to, we can go run and hide in the barn. And so she goes, okay, that makes sense. He goes, now we need some here in the house, here in the front room. And I've got one extra left over after that. And we can basically photograph whatever else and she cuts him off. She goes, we're not doing that. And he said, but I promise I won't put any of those videos up on the internet and ask for people to grade them. She's about ready to get something heavy to hit him with it. And he goes, okay. I'm in front of the camera all the time. I don't want to have that intrusive object in my house. And it's one of those things that you wish you could have taken back.
Well, I will say now his reasoning would not make me want to take it back, but for when you have this party foul going on, yes, I might suddenly regret in an instant, but not for his reasoning for wanting them. Probably not, But I love
that. She also wields a very heavy cast iron skillet. And so, his idea of making a joke may not be so funny if she gets her hands on that skillet.
Well, yeah, I feel you. I have done that, not with a skillet, but the Michael Myers knife. That's just not the appropriate time to talk to me. It's just not. So the iron skillet would be worse. Charles, what were you going to say?
Yeah, basically, it's her trademark. She is the cast iron queen.
Ooh, I like it. A woman after my own heart. Thoroughly love that whole thing. So I want to talk about really quick, kind of to wrap up this short, the ending of your book. I don't want you to tell me the ending of your book because I don't like spoilers. But I want to talk about how you came up with the ending of the book, right? Because I know you said you were in the car, you had this whole outline, and I would not work with authors if I knew that sometimes you vary from outlines. So did you vary from your outline in any sense, or did you really stick to it and this is exactly how you outlined it? That's my question.
So to be honest, we actually had a huge argument over the ending of the book. And yes, it totally deviated from the original outline. But we really had a difference of opinion as to who could do what, where, when. Mm-hmm, and so the activity that Charles positioned could happen into the hospital, because there's a hospital at one point in time where people go when they're sick or whatever. But so it's a long stay in the hospital. But it just didn't make sense to have it in there. So
yeah, and I had to agree, and that's what this lump right here is, where I get hit with a frying pan.
Yeah.
It was explained to me in very terse terms. No. So we said, okay, let's go ahead and sort of stick to these. How about this? And then we do like we always do. I postulate, and she says no. And I suggest this, and she goes no. And I say something else, and she goes, well, that's pretty good. And then we go with it.
Right.
Yeah. So we have that give and take. I give, and then she takes. That's kind of the way it works.
I like it. See, I asked it because I feel like people diving into writing for the first time feel like they really have to stick to their outline, and when they branch off from it, right, it can be discouraging and those kinds of things. And so I wanted others to know, and you guys to know, that it's okay to deviate from your outline. Sometimes it comes out way better than you expected, right?
Yeah.
And the ending of this book is fabulous. So
Oh.
make sure you go and grab your copy. August 20th, 99 cents. Go grab your copy. Join us over for part 4 when we talk about what's coming next, right? We all want to know what's coming next from Breakfield and Burkey, but not till part 4. So make sure you go and check that out. Until then, bye for now, everybody.